it's Kylie with Kylie's Canine Boot Camp, and I'm just gonna do a short little video on if your dog can get coronavirus slash and or if your dog can get COVID-19. To be clear, I am not a licensed veterinarian. However, I did consult veterinarians and I did my own research. I'll link some of those websites in the description so you can look at it too and kind of reassure yourself even more. So the short answer is, can your dog get coronavirus? Yes. Can your dog get COVID-19? No. Coronavirus has been around for quite some time. There are quite a few different strains that affect different species. Dogs get what is called canine coronavirus disease, aka CCOV. They can not get COVID-19. They can test low positive for it because, let's say I were to touch this windowsill and I was infected with COVID-19. I touched this, they test it, it would come back as a low positive. Basically what's happening is these dogs have been touched by someone who was infected, and that bacteria is laying on them from the virus. So for dogs, CCOV, they cannot treat it. However, they can treat the symptoms. They just can't treat the actual disease. For dogs, CCOV affects the digestive system. So diarrhea, you may notice an orange tint to the diarrhea, mucus, or blood. Lethargy and lack of appetite is the symptoms for theirs. The main ways for them to become infected, most cases it was through oral contact with infected feces. Dogs eat poop, we all know this. That is how most cases have been infected. However, they can also become infected by eating / drinking out of contaminated bowls or close contact with another dog that was infected. After being infected, it takes 1 to 4 days to become symptomatic, and between 2 to 10 days for those symptoms to no longer appear. However, they are a carrier for the disease for up to 6 months, so make sure if your dog were to get it, you keep them away from other dogs for those 6 months. CCOV in dogs really isn't usually a very dangerous thing unless combined with another illness. For example, parasites, parvovirus, heartworm, that kind of thing. Not like a chronic illness like arthritis. That's not going to make it any worse. It's other things that usually can be prevented, honestly. There is a vaccine for CCOV. However, they don't give it to every dog. They give it to dogs based on lifestyle and risk assessment. Other than that, your dog most likely doesn't have the shot. If you really want to be cautious, talk to your veterinarian about it. But there's really no point in giving them the vaccine if your dog is not a risk. So the main differences between CCOV and COVID-19 is, well, COVID-19 is newer. COVID-19 is through humans and cannot be spread to dogs. I don't believe so far that there's been any proof that by touching the dogs that have that low positive that you could get it. Dogs cannot be carriers for it because they cannot be infected by it. So they can't carry it either. But who knows if they have it on their fur, if you could contract it. I don't believe that's been confirmed. But the main difference is CCOV, digestive, COVID-19, respiratory. COVID-19 can last a little bit longer than CCOV can, not by much. So really the main difference is there, and the fact that CCOV has been around longer and can not affect humans, and COVID-19 cannot affect dogs. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I have to say on this topic. Your dog can get coronavirus, your dog cannot get COVID-19. I want to clear it up because a lot of people are starting to cause panic by saying your dog can get it. Your dog cannot. Make sure, especially when involving these kind of topics, you are doing your research first before continuing to spread something that you read on the internet. Especially when you're finding that through a Facebook group who is a bunch of people that have no clue what they're talking about. Make sure you are double checking the information before spreading it. It just causes unnecessary panic. Your dogs are going to be fine, guys. Just wanted to clear that up. Give everybody some reassurance. I know it would be scary if they could get it. I know a lot of people love their dogs just like family. I do too. I understand. But as of right now, there's no evidence that they can get it and they can't get it. So, yeah, when it comes to other animals, I don't know. I couldn't find any research on that. For example, guinea pigs, I don't know. So I would just be on the precautionary side. If you are sick, avoid contact with them as much as possible. Have someone else take care of them if you can. That would be my advice for that. But when it comes to dogs, you are perfectly fine to love on your dog. Yeah, so that's everything for this video. Hope it kind of brought some reassurance to some of you guys that had read this, read people saying your dog can get it. Hopefully it brought some reassurance to those of you that were worried about your dog catching it, especially those in the service dog community whose dogs got in public, so they would have been a higher risk if they could have gotten it. I understand your guys' panic, I completely do, but there's no reason to. Your dogs will be fine. So that's everything for this week's video. If there's any questions, leave them down below. I'll talk to some of the veterinarian friends if there's any questions I haven't already asked them that I can't answer, and I'll make sure to get back to you guys about some information regarding dogs with coronavirus. That's it. I have no room to speak on COVID-19 on humans. I don't know. But if you have any questions regarding this issue with dogs, COVID-19 with dogs with CCOV, I'm glad to talk about that, and I'm glad to talk to some of my veterinary friends. They all love answering questions like this to avoid the panic, because they get a lot of that panic. So I'll answer any questions in the comments down below. See you guys next week. Sorry this video was kind of quick and rushed. I am sick, not with COVID-19. I just have allergies, really, that's it. We're trying to get the medication under. It's working a little bit. We're kind of doing better, but it's not fun. But yeah, I'll see you guys next week with back to normal content. Bye.